and welcome back to our adventures in Westeros. We are down here in Dorne and we're doing a travel mission to go somewhere over here, which we'll need to continue with today. But before we do, there is something that I want to be aiming towards at some point in this episode. People have talked about doing maybe an activity for going to university or something, try and boost up some of our education stuff. That's all well and good. What I want to do is I want to do a tournament. Which means we are going to have to, at some point, go somewhere where somebody has some money. Because if we can go places where people have money, we can get them added to our roll of patrons and we can get them to hold the tournament. If they don't have any money, from my understanding, and I think we tried this previously when this first came out, they won't actually hold the tournament. Because they don't have the money to make it happen. So, that's the plan. Anyway, we have full provision, so I guess we're on our way. Oh no, I don't want to abandon contract, I just want to know where I'm going. Not on that screen. How about here? View contract. No. In here? God's grace. There we go. I knew one of these screens was going to have a way to do it. Travel with camp. Right, we're going to head down there. Although on the way we're going to go through Hellgate Hall. And we're going to go through Brimstone Hall. Also, we don't need to come back because we're taking the camp with us. But anyway, weird. I guess all travel has to have a way back. Well, maybe not. Well, yeah. No, this is stupid. We're not going to be coming back. So, yeah, we don't need to worry about these. Cool. Let's go. So we got a little bit of martial experience. Hellgate Hall along the Brimstone was the seat of House Dryland, the last kings of the Brimstone. King Lucifer Dryland, the last of his ilk, was sent to the wall after his defeat during Nymeria's war. Tumbling down. As we ride through Wilburn, my thoughts wander idly, bored by the monotony of simple transit, when there's suddenly a shout of alarm. An attack? I whip my head around. No, it's that damned fool Joselyn. He's managed to fall from his horse and go swirling down a tall dune, awkwardly crunching this way and that as momentum carries him forward, shrieking and crying as he goes. Moments later, Joselyn emerges, swearing profusely at alive, but not unharmed. How do we feel about Joselyn? He's our stooge? I think... Well, I think we'll just say petty malice is beneath us for this. In this case, there's no reason to do it. Fortified knowledge. The high altitude and brisk air of Vaith has a very refreshing quality as we traverse the local hill fort. The soldiers in the valley below appear to be practicing some rare type of training technique I haven't seen before. I move in closer, failing to restrain my curiosity. While doing so, I am approached by the local captain, Quimors. Would you like to join in, my lord? And say I'm always up for a challenge. A Denio join the men. My caravan master would benefit, or we are in a hurry. I'm up for a challenge. Became a rough terrain expert. Cool. Alright. And we're still on our way. I'm going to slow it down a little bit here. And we have arrived. Wonderful. That gets us a little bit of money. Then I think I want to abandon travel. Yeah, abort travel. There we go. And now we're here. Oh, there's a protect the innocent prowess scheme that we can do here. Wonderful. Oh yeah, also at some point we should become a knight, right? We can buy a knighthood right now. Well, I don't see a reason not to. While social pressure forbids the sale and purchase of knighthood, there will always be those close willing to sell knighthood for the right price. For circumstances unimportant, I have not been made a knight at this point in my life. Using my influence and wealth, I can definitely fix that. Buy it. I become a squire. Oh, actually, I've upgraded to knight, all the way to knight. Fantastic. So, gives us some bonuses, but means that we were knighted and have sworn in the eyes of the gods and men to defend those who cannot defend themselves, to protect all women and children, to obey their captains, liege, lord, king, and to fight bravely and do other such tasks as are laid upon them, however hard or humble or dangerous they may be. Wonderful. That seems pretty good. Right. Next step, we can go fishing. Let's go fishing. What does this do? I just noticed it's an option. Oh. Lose stress, gain provisions. Could do. Yeah. Let's say it's a good day for fishing. Gone fishing. As I make my way down to the bank of water, the scent of salt and fish fills my nose. A couple of people are finishing up, leaving the entire shoreline for me to use. A day like this doesn't come every day, and I should make the most of it. My knight Harlan has decided to join me today. An opportunity to connect presents itself, or I can choose to fish alone. A day of relaxation awaits. What does this mean? Don't know. I don't recognize that symbol, or what it means. It must mean like an adventure, like event. But I was wondering whether this meant it was like part of the mod or something. But I guess not. I don't know if the mod does that with its events, whether it puts them like up here, say like DLC does, or up here or something like that. We need to keep an eye out for next time we see an event which is definitely mod added. Let's spend some time with Harlan. Sure, why not? Harlan, my cook and knight. Fishy connections. Harlan and I seem to be getting along nicely lately. We laugh at the same jokes, worry about the same issues, and the bond between us seems to be greater than just a leader and their knight. We each cast our lines into the water and patiently wait for a bite, all the while talking and laughing. This trip has proven that we work great together, and I'd like to spend more time with them in the future. So we can say, sure, there's a chance they become our friend and a 1% chance we get provisions, or never mind that, there's fish on the line. He can become our friend. We didn't get any provisions, but that's okay. Right. Next step, I guess I kind of want to upgrade our mess tent while we're here. Need 300 for that. Alright then. Well, it's time to do a prowess scheme. Let's do it. We will do a 3-2 because that gets us just about the right amount. We'll go for for Thug first, which is Eric. Muscle, which is Cleos. That's 97. That means we want to do these two next because we want the best people on those tasks. And then muscle, we can put in whoever's left. Cool. How much is it going up by? It's going up by 18% per phase, and each phase is only 13 days. That's pretty good. You gotta say, that's pretty good for a level 2 like scheme. I'll finish so quickly. That's what we like to see. Right. And we're almost there. Hearsay. The door to my tent opens and Adenio stands right in front of me. With a subtle bow, he starts. I apologize for interrupting you, my lord, but I bring news that may be of your interest. I was resting at the Ashen Prince, drinking with a group that revealed themselves as servants of Lady Delone. They had no qualms about talking about their liege. What of her? I asked, and managed to learn of her secret for your benefit. Say, what were you doing in the tavern? I get a hook on Adenio. Tell me at once, or that is between Lady Delone and the father. Let's get a hook on her. Let's see what secret she has. I learned of her lover's secret. Oh, all right. Who is her lover? Spies is an interesting one. Is that mod added? This feels like this is mod added. Because I don't remember it. So, Lady Delone's lover is in fact Lord Farron of Gorgard. Oh, okay, cool. Didn't really give me anything, but that's cool. Right, execute scheme, seize the moment. Success! 3, 4, and there goes the 5th links this morning. I put the corpse down in the cart right in time for Lady Delone to arrive with some of her servants. Wonderful, we get paid a lot, and we get a lot of provisions, which seems very, very good. We can now do hired muscle if we want to as well. That might be worth doing while we're here. What else have we got? Hired muscle over here. And a perform in a play. Now, Lady Delone has not enough money to arrange a grand tournament, unfortunately. Could ask for her money, we could ask for her provisions. We'll ask for provisions from her. then maybe it's time for us to head north to the Tor here. Oh, also I can upgrade our mess tent again. Let's do it. Right, I'm going to head north to the Tor. I guess I could also give somebody money. Like, I could give my patron money and then say you're holding a tournament. See how that goes. But yeah, let's head up here first. Start moving. Language barrier. Seems our caravan has become a little lost in these foreign lands. Lothar has been trailing us around Sardwin for hours. Though he has at last swallowed his pride and asked for directions, he does not appear to be an expert Rhonish speaker. We managed to interpret the instructions, and we're now back on our way. In fact, we've now arrived. A valuable heirloom is about to change hands. The Lord needs someone to assure the item reaches its destination safely. Alright. Greetings, adventurer. Many are the roads of this world, and treacherous. If you work for the Tor, my liege would pay well for your expertise. His precious Lord Trebor's sword shall be entrusted to you. Bring it to the province of Kingsgrave, where Lord Dagos sits, for Lord Trebor's sword is promised as a princely gift. And be warned, were this hallowed treasure not to find its way, the consequences would be dire. Now, what I will say is, out of like the roleplay, out of the game, I'm fairly certain that there are no consequences, because I'm fairly certain we tested this and just gathered a whole collection of artifacts. We're going to act like there are consequences, and they may have added them in since, but at least at one point there wasn't. Where's Kingsgrave? Oh, it's back out of Dorne. Alright, well, we will travel, except actually, I'm going to change my route. We're going to head to Yernwood first. We'll see where we go from there. Right, and while we're on the move, we have the sword. Not that we need it, but yeah. Cool. I believe you can also, and I can prove this here. Oh, wait. Yeah, if I had an armor, you could just destroy the sword. Yeah. Oh, there's another, oh, never mind. I saw this and went, oh, there's another artifact delivery. Nope, it's just the same one. I was just zoomed in enough that that was roughly the right size. The castle of Yernwood sits at the southern end of the Boneway and primarily serves as the seat of House Yernwood. Cool. There is another thing here, though, an escort emissary quest. Oh, alright then. Well, let's, well, before we do that, let's head in here, because we need a few more provisions. So let's see if there are any supplies. I'll pay for them. I think we pay for them while we have the money to pay for them. And then we'll leave here, because I'm out of money. And then, let's see what this one is. A noble envoy of the Lord needs protection from bandits and accidents, and welcomes the aid of experienced travelers. I must take you to Salt Shore. Now that is in the wrong direction, but yes, we will go, but not yet. First of all, we have to go to wherever this one is. To Kingsgrave. Yes. First of all, we have to go to Kingsgrave over here. Right, well, let's head there. Is there anything else that we can go to on the way past? Could go north to Vulture's route. I think we go south to Skyreach, though. I think this is going to be one that doesn't take as big a detour. Yeah. Let's apply. Start moving. A dragon! I saw a dragon! As I make my way through Spare Feather, I overhear a conversation between an older woman and a young man. A dragon! I saw a dragon, the older woman exclaims. What is it now, mother? It was big as a mountain and black as night. It flew right across the sky, she continues in a panicked voice. Dragons now, is it? Her son replies, rolling his eyes. Please, mother, if you keep on like this, everyone in town will think you're crazy, and I've got better things to do than listen to more of your fantasies, he says with a scoff, turning to walk away. You'll see. It was a dragon, she calls to his back. It'll kill us all, and then you'll believe me. So I think this is one from the mod, but I don't see any, like, marker for it, so yeah, I guess there isn't anything. We can search for one. The strange conversation, or she's right, I saw it too. We will search for a dragon. No dragons here. Oh. Alright then. Well, fair enough. You have done well, adventurer. We have paid a lot of money for delivering that sword. Nice. My daughter and heir. We have a daughter called Sylvie. Are we happy with Sylvie? I think Sylvie's a reasonable name. I don't think... Yeah. No problem there. Oh, Sylvie. Right. And now we've arrived at Kingsgrave. There's another thing. Where do you want to go? You want to go to God's Grace? We were just there. Well, perfect. That's actually on the way. Yeah, my camp will go. And in which case, you know what? We will stop by the province of Urnwood on the way back. Yep. It's almost like we've just done this. Right, now I need to buy more provisions here. I will buy some. And then we're on our way. There's another one in Flatwater. Alright, well, we'll head along here as well. What's the point? Cleos has stopped bathing. Stopped even making an attempt to clean himself even. A fact I am brutally confronted with when several of my followers beg me to deal with them. I know what you're thinking, but it's not laziness. I spend my days walking, running or riding, all for the camp's good, thus it's only natural for me to give off a little bit of musk, given everything I do around here. Is it truly so wrong to abandon the pretensions of it all? He's mad, or a fool, or both. And say regular sweating requires regular bathing, damn it. I see. You make a good point, and we also start stinking, or simply right ahead, far ahead. No, we're gonna bite the bullet. You have to bathe, unfortunately. It's the way of things. Right, where do you want to go? This person, Lord Cassell, would quite like to go to Ghost Hill. Just all the way over there. That's reasonable. My camp will go in a minute. First of all, though, I'm going to go to this castle holding. And, oh, I can also use my request on Lord Trebor here. He doesn't have any money. He does have provisions, though. So actually, you know what? No castle holding. We'll just grab the provisions. Then, we're heading back to God's Grace. There we go. Let's head here. So back down this way. Fire. We ride through the lands heavy with agriculture. Our next stop is the local plantation at Barbary. But as I spot the gates about 100 paces away, something is off. I inhale the acrid scent of smoke, fire. I suddenly notice the pillar of smoke taking shape over the plantation. The column is thick and heavy, too large to stem from one of the workers burning some stray debris. Alright, so you can say, Harlan, quick, get those buckets. Let's evacuate the people from the workhouses. Well then, isn't this the opportunity, or we were never here? Let's evacuate the people. I'm going to go for the 99% chance that things are going to be great. And we get firefighter for 10 years. That seems good. Let's do it. We're unscathed. Fantastic. We've arrived back here. We get some more money. That's good. And that's that. Alright. Next, I guess, is it Salt Shore we have to go to? It is indeed, so we might as well just go to Salt Shore. Yep. Alright. We've arrived here. Wonderful, I get another 200 gold. We're rich. And now, well now, we could buy more provisions and then head up here. And then maybe we take a boat over to some of these lands and then hop over to the Stormlands afterwards. It's an option. Maybe leave the Seven Kingdoms for a second. Do I even want to go here? Yes, I think I want to do a Storyteller one. It's probably been far long enough, but let's see. The Storyteller is seated by the fire, and there's an inconspicuous hooded figure. So let's see the Storyteller. And then the camp filled with women emerge victorious over the camp filled with men, allowing them to once more engage with each other. I'm going to say that makes perfect sense. Got exotic stewardship for 3 months. Alright. So we'll look at this hooded figure. The hooded figure subtly slips through the tavern and down a stairwell into the cellar. I look around gingerly as I follow him downstairs. At the bottom, he sits down by a chair fronted by a desk and lets the hood fall. I assume you recognize me by my reputation. The heinous and buck-toothed criminal Davitt. I have tenderized people for slighter insults. Now what do you want? Davitt's gaze fixates on me as he raises an inquisitive eyebrow. You could use a man of your skill. A man of your, or a professional of your caliber would thrive in my camp. Could you teach me the craft, or on second thoughts, we will not deal with criminals? That's a very weird dance. Alright, let's see who's up for recruitment. They're quite expensive, unfortunately, so I think we may have to, leave them as usual. Let's head in here and buy ourselves some supplies. Fairly cheap supplies, though, this time. Right. Then, I guess we want to head here, probably via Sunspear. If we can. So we probably want to take this route down here. And then we'll do a little visit into here. And into here. I would say that we should, well, yeah, we'll visit the island as well. And then from the island, I'm going to get on the boat. And then I'm going to go here. And then we'll make our way there. Wonderful. Let's go. So we're now over here. And visited Planky Town. Said to be the closest thing to a city the Dornish have, Planky Town is a bustling trade town at the mouth of Greenblood. Constructed out of roped together barges, it floats on the river. Just making sure we've seen all of that. The Palace of Sunspear has been the seat of House Nymeros Martell since Prince Nymeria of the Ronair married Lord Mors Martell and united Dorne under their rule. Cool. Visited Nymeria's 10,000 ships. After the Ronar was conquered by the Valyrian freehold, Princess Nymeria led the Ronish people to Dorne. Legend has it that they set out with a fleet of 10,000 ships, facing many hardships on their voyage. Only a small number of ships reached Westeros. A high tier mediate on behalf of. Oh. Yes, I don't think that's going to be good for us, though, because that's not really our skill set, unfortunately. We visited the water gardens. And sticks in the wheel. Ditch! I hear Cassell shout out in panic. Soon thereafter, I hear a loud cracking sound, like that of wood breaking or of my patience finally snapping. I step out on the dirt to see the splintered remains of a wagon wheel. My wagon wheel. I'm sorry, my host. It was my turn as lookout, and I fell asleep at the reins. Well, we will sigh heavily while heaving the wagon off the ground, because we're very strong. Also, are we full on experience here? Not quite. We're almost at level 2 Wanderer, but we're still at level 1. Cool. Also, how's our daughter looking? I forgot to see. So she is quick as well. That's cool. Wait, she didn't get quick from us. Or her mother. Was her mother cheating on someone? Or did we randomly get quick? Also, I guess she needs to have an educator. Do we have anyone who could educate her? Not in my... Yeah. I guess maybe you would be best, but... I'm wondering if there's another way of doing it. We'll see in a second. Anyway. There is a new culture of Sunnyvale, which is a divergent culture of Reachman. Cool. We've arrived here at Lord Tolan's Mad Fool. During the First Dornish War, House Tolan resisted the dragons through trickery. When King Aegon I Targaryen faced Lord Tolan's champion, who knows what happened? It disappeared off the screen. Alright. Cool. Now we've arrived here. Now what I was wondering is, can I go to someone like this and then say, I would like you to educate my child? You can purchase land, not quite what I want to do. I guess I could make a request. Is one of the request options educate? I need to check. We'll do that before we do anything drastic. I could take on another one of these. Unfortunately, I think it's probably going to take us this way instead of this way. Yeah, and I want to head over here. So let's go into the castle. Let's buy some supplies. Nice. And then maybe we'll head over to Torchwood here, which is also a place. Yep, let's do that. And pounding hooves. Ugh, my head, moans Malia as she rides alongside me. I raise an eyebrow in silent inquiry at the woman's exclamation. In response, Malia simply slumps down across her horse, whimpering and clutching at her temples. Clearly someone had a good night last night. We'll slow down for our wife. Yeah, seems reasonable. According to legend, the Green Seers of the Children of the Forest used dark magic to halt the migration of the first men to Westeros by causing a cataclysmic event known as the Breaking. The event shattered something, it disappeared too quickly. I think I can see it if I go into travel events. We could do that. I suppose we could do that here. The event shattered the armor door into the stepstones and the broken arm, separating Westeros from Essos. Cool. Let's quickly visit here, and let's buy a few more supplies as well. Right. Then there's a task over here for us. To transcribe some text. Now, it's not really our best skill, but it is a reason to go over here, so... Let's head to the Boats of Sunstone Cover, which is is pirate land, I believe. Oh no, this is Relore land. Oh no, it is pirate land. Right. Moorish pirates. Well, they have a job for us, so on our adventure we shall go. Right. Let's go. Wonderful. So now, let's transcribe some text for this person. Well-lettered scribes wanted for copying of Moorish text, the captain of Upper Sunstone promises just payment for timely work. He's not paying very much, but we will do it. Every tongue is silent. The daylight slowly fades as I sit in Captain Yandro's chamber, by candlelight, frantically copying squiggly lines of ink from one sheet to another. My eyelids start drooping and I nod off momentarily before I jerk awake. As far as I can tell, this particular passage seems related to the art of puppetry, but by the Father, it is droning on and on. I trace an ink-stained finger along a hand-drawn, long-fingered reptile in the margins. Maybe I should improve the text just a bit, to make it more enticing. And try and embellish it, or let's just stick to the script. Let's say I'm going to stick to the script to start with. When gold speaks. A few days have passed and I am making my way through the transcript. The current passage, however, is drier than gravel laid out in the sun. My mind starts to drift to other matters, and I blink a few times to force myself back to the realm of reality. The gist of the passage seems related to caring for plants and property, which in of itself isn't inherently stale. I casually observe a blobby-tailed creature with an angry human form scribbled in the margins, while I ponder the situation. Well, I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to go for the +1. The inner chambers. I'm nearing the end of the transcription, which is going poorly so far. Once again, the scribe of this manuscript is taking the most dreary approach possible to the subject matter. My gaze sticks on the attendant, an infinitely more interesting sight, until he gives me a suspicious look, prompting me to go back to the text. The passage itself seems related to the courtesies of the Moorish culture, which would interest readers had it been less stilted. I consider the best way forward while admiring the marginalia of a pit of hounds with human faces. Again, stick to the script. Completion. It is indeed a replica of the original piece. Thank you for your reliable delivery. Oh, you can pick up your reward at the door. See yourself out. 1 transcript delivered. We did what we said we would do, and we had no skills to do any more. Alright, I think that it's probably time for us to head to the ships of Dwarfstone here and see where these guys want us to go. Yeah, more pirates, but we'll see. See. We also probably want to go to Bloodstone Layer on the way past, because that sounds cool. Maybe not via the most dangerous place we could go. Is that really how you would get there? I was kind of thinking what we would do here, right, is we would do this. Ah, there we go. I think I did it in the wrong order. And then after Bloodstone, we go to Bloodcover on the way past. Right. Go. A little bit more martial lifestyle experience. We have now arrived here. Which is a pirate's den. Is there anything interesting in the pirate's den? Might be. Oh, it's got unique stuff. Okay. Few places are as infamous as the local pirate dens, and Downseed is no exception. Pentoshi outlaws, mercenaries, exiles, and rogue captains roam freely across these untamed lands. As we make our way through the narrow alleyways surrounded by roaring sounds of revelry and suffocating scents of spilled ale, we are greeted by crooked smiles, while weary eyes follow our steps from beneath tattered hoods and dim corners. My bodyguard Cleos looks around with a content face, seemingly enjoying the change in scenery. Let's mingle with the locals. The tavern, gathering travelers and local Pentoshi alike, is brimming with activity. Let's hear a story here. And they called her Teriel, the First Lion. Makes perfect sense. Hey, we got a permanent +1 stewardship. Lovely. Who's up for recruitment? How much do you want? My god. Never mind. Let's go back here. Something else. Let's see what supplies you've got. I'll pay you the small amount for supplies. Cool. Where does Captain Rogo want this person to go? Right. I, Captain Lusana, am most loyal servant of Captain Rogo. I must carry his words to Bloodstone Layer. Oh, to the hall of Count Rogo. A different Count Rogo, though. Or, sorry, different Captain Rogo. So Bloodstone Layer is like here, right? Yeah. I'll just do that without the camp, I think. Do I go through the danger zone? Sure, why not? This is fine. Traveling through the sometimes harsh environments has invigorating effects on at least my state of mind and vigor. As I glance over at Eric, however, he does not appear to be doing quite as good. His movements are laboured, his breathing heavy, and spontaneous bursts of coughing ripple through his body. Clearly, he is not well. Lothar, can you treat him? He did. Wonderful. Hey, we get a little bit of money. We get to head back over here. And we can use our make a request thing on him. He doesn't have any money. He has a little money, but not enough for a tournament. Alright. Well. Oh yeah, I wanted to see whether there was any way of getting somebody to educate from this, but I don't think there is. I think the only education are people we can get into our court. Alright. Yeah. That's good to know. In which case, I don't need provisions, but provisions would get us more gold than gold. Yeah, give me the provisions. Sure. Sounds fine. Nice. And then, I think with us in the Pirate Isle, this is where I'm going to end the episode for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.